Hotep, my brothers and my sisters. Good afternoon. Good evening. Ashe. Ashe. Ashe, brother Kiamu. Queen Regina in the house. Hotep to y'all. Hotep. Put some music on. Hotep. All right. Alrighty then. Hope you're doing well. Ashe. Hope you're doing well. You can share it. It'd be nice.
We're gonna have a knowledge party. Come on, everyone, tell somebody. Let's elevate our minds. We're gonna have a knowledge party. Come on, everyone, tell somebody. Knowledge ain't hard to find. Now hold up, wait a minute. Let's put a little bit of knowledge in it. Everybody wanna go way back to Marcus Garvey, 1887. He was born a Nubian king, and he sparked a revolution, and he will always remain.
I'm still here, y'all. I'm still here.
We will have a knowledge party. Come on, everyone, tell somebody. Let's elevate our minds. We will have a knowledge party. Come on, everyone, tell somebody. Knowledge ain't hard to find. Let's take a little trip way back to the ancient land. That pharaohs walking around with swords in their hands. There were Nubian queens sitting high on the throne. We were Nubian pharaohs. That's the word.
Hotep, y'all.
Pass the word along. Mama Malcolm X, Rosa Parks, Cedric Douglass, Martin Luther King. Come on, everybody, get a little bit of knowledge. Come on, everybody, come go with me. We wanna have a knowledge party. Come on, everyone, tell somebody. Let's elevate our minds. We wanna have a knowledge party.
Brother Chris in the house. Queen Amari. Tybidi.
Now I'm Conscious Black, and I made up a dance called the knowledge. It's not hard to do. Everybody knows how to two-step, right? All you do is two-step, and on the third time that you step to the right, you're gonna take your finger and put it to your temple like you're thinking. And each time you put it to your temple like you're thinking, you're gonna go round and round and round, a one full circle. Y'all ready? It's not hard to do. Let's go. Oh, swing your partner, don't see go round and round and round we go. Swing them to the left and swing them to the right. It's a knowledge party. Keep spinning around and round and round we go. Keep spinning around. If you ain't gonna dance to the back of the line, no shucking and jiving, it's party time. If you ain't gonna dance to the back of the line, no shucking and jiving, it's party time. Round and round and round we go, round we go, round and round and round we go, round we go. We're gonna have a knowledge party. Come on, everyone, tell somebody. Let's elevate our minds. We're gonna have a knowledge party. Come on, everyone, tell somebody. Knowledge ain't hard to find. Keep spinning around. Keep spinning around. Keep spinning around. Keep spinning around.
What's good, Hotep brothers and my sisters? I welcome you tonight. Yes, let me cut this thing down. Welcome you tonight to the SES, Scripture and Culture Study of the God in Action Ministry Scriptural and Culture Center. We thank you for hanging out with us.
Disconnected.
Tonight. Yeah, okay. We thank you for hanging out with us tonight, and we hope that you had a great holiday yesterday, healthy holiday, and we hope that you had a great day today. And it's a joy to be with you today. I don't take your presence lightly. And let me get this thing together. We have a subject on tonight that we're going to be dealing with because what I like to do, let me back up. Those of you who may watch this later on, my name is James Anyabwile Wilson. I'm the spiritual teacher, the awakener of the God in Action Ministries Spiritual and Culture Center. I ask that you please share this information with your friends. We cannot force anyone to watch it, but it's our job to pass it on. Each one, reach one, each one, teach one. And that's how we do it, especially when you know it's proper information, proper education. Once again, thank y'all for hanging out with me today. And what I have today, my objective is to cause us to think. I'm not trying to make you believe or think like me, believe what I believe. My objective, my job is to teach you how to think, get you in the habit of thinking, not taking things as face value because somebody told you something. And what we're going to do today, we're going to revisit a story in the Bible, the Cain and Abel story. I know some of you may be familiar with it, but I take that story and I bring it up to today. All right. And that's what I want to do today. And, I just want you to just open your mind to what I'm going to share. And I hope that you get something out of it, learn something, be reminded of something. Okay. But I will definitely open your mind to some things. All right. So that's where I'm at right now. And once again, I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm elated to have this opportunity to be able to teach again. I don't take my assignment lightly. Queen Niger in the house. Hotep to you. All right. So once again, if you know how to share this while we're live, I ask that you do that. And don't be afraid to share. Look at all the videos on the God in Action Ministries website, Facebook site, and you can pick out, there's so many of them there. You could pick out one or even more that you like and share it on your platform. Okay. And maybe have a discussion with somebody on the platform, on your platform. Okay. Like I said, you look at the ones that you may like. All right. So that's what I have today. We're going to have a PowerPoint presentation and we'll move from there. Okay. And I'm just going to set it up now and hope that it is seen. Matter of fact, let me put my phone on so I can make sure that things are working properly. And please be patient with me. All right. So I can. Okay. All right. Please be patient. You turn it down. All right. All right. Okay. Brother Kiamu, is that you I've seen in the house? Yes, sir. Okay. Cool. Live. All right. Cool. Let me go in. Let me see if I got this right. I'm still working on this stuff. Take a breath. Okay. All right. Let me show it like this. All right. All right. I think we on. Yes. I'm getting better. Some of you have saw or you have seen the topic we're going to be dealing with. And I said before is a story in the scriptures that's found in Genesis, the book of Genesis, the 4th chapter. I think it starts around the 13th and 14th verse about the story of Cain and Abel. I'm going to share some information, but like I said, I'm just going to go in and hope that something drops in your spirit. All right. Now, Cain and Abel, they were the two children of Adam and Eve, what I would call the Addams family. The Addams family. The Addams family, right? I'm going to share this backdrop to it, okay? In the Judeo-Christian, that's the Jew, the Hebrews, or the Old Testament, and the Christian of the New Testament, and in Islamic tradition, Adam and Eve, they consider them as the original or the mothers and fathers of the human race. That's what they teach. And the Bible says God made Adam and God made Eve. That's where all human beings started. So that's the tradition of the Judeo-Christian and Islamic tradition. But you do some research, also many biblical scholars, key to get this, they agree that the Bible, it covers at least 6,000 years or 7,000 years. I'll give it, give it at least 7,000 years of information. At least 6,000 to 7,000 years of information. Biblical scholars, major biblical scholars agree with this. But I come to challenge this, because if Adam and Eve was the mother and father, matter of fact, let me back up. If the Bible only covers 6,000 to 7,000 years, okay, that means that Adam and Eve cannot be the mother and father of the human race. Did you catch that? They cannot be. It's impossible. I always share with you that the African people are the original people. We've been on this earth. I'm just laying my foundation. We've been on this earth or on the human landscape for over thousands or millions of years. We have as Africans. And there are structures, there are artifacts, there's writings, there's bones to prove what I'm saying is correct. All right. Now, a lot of the proof that I'm talking about is locked up in the European museums around the world. You got the British Museum, the London, European museums around the world has locked up that information. It is facts. You can look it up yourself that the oldest human bones ever found on earth was of a African female. Woman, you are the mother and father of the human family, and brothers, you are the father of the human family. You've been around longer than 6,000 to 7,000 years. I said what? Thousands to millions of years. And these bones they found of an African woman in 1994. They named her, this is in Ethiopia, they named her Ardi, A-R-D-I. They said that she was like 4.4 million years old. So therefore, if there are human remains 4.4 million years old of an African woman from Ethiopia, there's no way in the world that Adam and Eve, the Addams family, were the original mothers and fathers of the human race. Do you catch that? Do your own research. Now, allow me to open your mind, brothers and sisters, okay? We know that the space inside this circle represents what we know and what we think we know, but we have to keep in mind there's a lot more to know. And if you want to grow, you have to open your mind, all right? When the Addams family came on the scene, this is what Minister Louis Farrakhan said, paraphrasing. He said they were not the first people on the earth, but a rebellious, disobedient, violent, and murderous people who came after the original African people. The Africans was here thousands to millions of years. This story about Adam and Eve was only 6,000 to 7,000 years. So they had to come after the fact. So when you read the story about Adam and Eve in the Bible, Africans was already on the scene. These people came after the fact, and once again, they were a rebellious people, a disobedient people, a violent and murderous people who came on the scene. Follow me. Now, we have this story about Adam and Eve. Let's deal with that for a minute. Because I already proved to you that that story is not our story, nor were they or are they our mother and father. The black man and woman are the mother and father of all human race, okay, or human beings. I want to deal with the offsprings of Adam and Eve, the Addams family, right? And once again, they were not African people. I want to show you how powerful, the powerful influence that parents have on their children. All right. Now, according to the story, Adam and Eve have two sons at first, two sons, Cain and Abel. Right. And and at this time, the parents was already disobedient. They'd already disobeyed God. God told them not to touch on this certain tree, and they did it anyway. They rather talk to the devil or snake than be obedient to God. They was already disobedient. They was already rebellious. They had no respect for God or God's commands. Right now, these people who had children, Cain and Abel, their attitude and their behavior rubbed off on their children. You ever hear that saying, a fruit don't fall too far from the tree? And the child can only be what they see. That goes for this story, and that goes for our lives. Now, one of the brothers, Cain, he got jealous. The story goes like this. He was jealous of his brother Abel. He was jealous because they both offered gifts to God, or sacrifices to God, and God rejected Cain's sacrifice or gift, and he accepted Abel's gift. So Cain, you can see on this picture here, he got angry because he was rejected. So he decided to do what? He decided to set his brother up and kill him. He said, "Yo, let's go to the out in the mountains. Let's go out there and chill out in the mountains." And when his brother said, "Okay, bro, let's go out there," he went out there to hang out with his brother, but his objective, his plan was to kill his brother, and that's what he did. And I believe this is the first murder that was ever recorded in the scriptures, in the Bible. And when you look at the story, Cain and Abel, Cain killing his brother, this story was stolen and plagiarized from our African story that was thousands and thousands of years before this biblical story. They stole it from our story. Because in the scriptures, look at the ancient African, ancient Kemetic story, a mythological story, not a true story, right? Mythological story. There was this brother named Seth. And he had a brother, it was a person named, a guy named Seth. And he had a brother named Osiris. The Egyptian name for it is Asar, but the Greeks changed it to Osiris. And Seth, his brother, got jealous with Asar or Osiris. And what he did was he cut his brother up in 14 pieces. So this story definitely was stolen and plagiarized, repackaged in European wrapping paper, and presented it back to you as if this is the only story that God gave Europeans. So here we find over here how Abel on my left, Cain on my left, he must have been on some cocaine on my left. He got angry because he got jealous. We talked about jealousy. We had a study on that, how dangerous unchecked jealousy can be. It can lead you to kill. He looking at his brother like this, and he go pouncing on his brother, killing him. All right, this is the biblical story. All right, now let's look at how God deals with this. This person murdered his blood brother. He murdered his biological brother. Now let's look at how God, according to the story, how God dealt with this situation or this murder of his brother. And when I look at this thing, how God dealt with this, that's why, I always ask that question, and I have asked you that question too. Is the Bible really, is everything in the Bible really God's word? Or is it what man had written about God that they created and that they believe in? Because everything in the Bible that you read, they tell you everything is the word of God, is not the word of God. They say God said. No, man said God said. And you have to be wise enough, intelligent enough, thinking enough to understand what you are committing your life to. I'm not saying the Bible is no good. It's a beautiful book. It's a powerful book if applied and understood correctly. But if you don't understand what you're reading, right? All it's going to do is confuse you and have you following something that you know nothing about, or that's not true. Are you hearing me? So this is the God. This picture right here, I believe, is painted in the Sistine Chapel. This is a very well-known painting. It was painted by a well-known artist. I don't know if it was Leonardo da Vinci. No, not Leonardo da Vinci. Michelangelo, or I think Leonardo da Vinci was a painter too. I don't know, but I know one of those famous artists painted the Sistine Chapel. And this right here was the picture of God. This is their version of God. This is how they see God. This is who they believe in, and got you believing in the same God. Take the white Jesus off your wall. Take him out your car. Stop buying books and teaching your children, look at here's Jesus, ooh, here's God, and none of them look like them. But first you got to clean your mind up. So this is the picture that they have given us, saying this is God. Now let's see how God dealt with Cain killing his brother Abel. According to the scriptures, it says that God punished Cain. He did punish him. There were some consequences for killing his brother. What did God do, y'all? Check this out. He cursed him. He said this: because you was a planter, or you worked on the ground. He says that now you're going to work in misery. You're going to toil for the rest of your life, and you will also wander around the earth. That was his consequence. That was his punishment. To me, that's a smack on the wrist. A smack on the wrist for murdering somebody. But keep in mind, brothers and sisters, these people did not look like us. These people were not Africans. You have to keep in mind that these are white characters, everyone in the Bible. And you know, white folks, they make laws. They live by them. We die by them. And there's always different laws for different colored people. So for his murder, God just, when you work, it's going to be hard. Work is hard anyway. Bam. And you're going to wander around the world, wander on this earth. Now, this is the punishment that they said that God gave. All right? Let's follow this. See the hand pointing? That's God pointing. See the man walking away? That's supposed to be Cain. Now, I looked up, Googled Christian art. This is what comes up. Nobody look like you. All right. Now, so I'm not being mean. I'm being real. All right. Now, once God cursed the brother, or this man, Cain, he had the audacity, as if the law don't apply to him. How dare you give me consequences? How dare you punish me? That's the kind of mindset of a lot of our other people. You know what I'm saying? The law don't apply to them. They should not be corrected or chastised or dealt with when they do evil to other people. Are you hearing me, brothers and sisters? So he had the audacity to complain to God, according to the story, about what the punishment that he received for murdering his brother. And when he began to complain, according to the story, this God in the Bible is not my God. I don't believe in this God. They created this God, invented this God, and told you it was God. I don't believe that BS. So this God they wrote about, Cain started negotiating or complaining to God. So God said, okay, this is what I'm going to do, son. I'm gonna put a seal. I'm gonna put a seal on you. I'm gonna put a mark of protection on you to warn anybody, if they touch you, I will punish them 7 times more than I'm punishing you, Cain. But God, so according to the book, God wouldn't punish Cain 7 times more. But anybody who killed the murderer, they'll get punished 7 times more. So therefore, God gave him a covering, a protection, so nobody don't touch him. This murderer who killed his brother, who had the audacity to complain about the little punishment that he received. I don't know what the mark was that he had on him, but it definitely was clear and visible for everybody to see. It should have been the mark of the beast. It should have been the mark of a beast. But I guess that was left for Black people. Follow me. All right. Once again, the mark that God put on Cain was given to protect him from death. A warning to others, do not touch this man. Do not kill this man who just killed his biological and blood brother. That's God, huh? But check this out. But the permanent and visible mark on Black people, which is our skin, has become the mark of death. We can't erase it. We were born with it. And it seems like, brothers and sisters, some of you may agree with me, and it seems like it's a target that attracts all anti-African people, all anti-Black people to shoot us at will, to kill us at will, to oppress us at will, to disrespect us at will, to reject us at will. It seems that's a mark that targets, that people are attracted to, that sees it, and they deal with us this certain way. Look at this story right here, brothers and sisters. Or these pictures is worth 1,000 words. On my left, got this young brother in the doctor's office. And I think she probably asked him, okay, young man, what do you want me to do? What do you need? What kind of help do you need? And here's the doctor. No, here's the brother. He says, I'd like to have this birthmark removed. Look at this. It's a target. A target. Cain was given a mark of protection. Black folks seem to have been given a mark for death, of death. Our skin color. That's how this world looks at, not God. Don't confuse that with God. Man who put stuff on God, and the God that they worship, and the Jesus that they so-called worship, follow. That's not mine. The hell with those. They never taught us about the real God. They never taught us about the real revolutionary African Jesus. The hell with them. At one time, I used to be afraid to say that because I think that God was going to strike me dead and I'm not going to go to heaven. Jesus is going to get mad. Well, that God and that Jesus that they gave us, the hell with them. It was invented. Oh, you hear me, brothers and sisters? Look at the picture on my left. I might be hurting your feelings. Oh, but you're all right. Rub some Bengay on your behind. You will be just fine. And the picture on my right here. The teacher's teaching the children. Children, what do you want to be when you grow up? This brother right here said with energy and emphatically, alive. Alive. Because they know that there's a target, a mark on them that that can get them killed or have gotten our people killed. Are you hearing me, brothers and sisters? All right. And it's evident. And if you don't, I know how I talk. You may offend some of you because you like to be talked to nicely, talk too softly. There's a time for everything. I just can't talk nice to you right now. Nor am I being disrespectful. I'm just being strong. Okay? I'm being real, straight up. the black man, and you can, if you really look at this, the black man, woman, and child seem not to have the protection that the biblical character Cain had from the God that they created. We don't have that same protection. Not only are we targeted because of our visible mark or skin color, everything that we depend on to live have been targeted. Why I say that? Because everything that we depend on has been poisoned, polluted, dominated, and destroyed. By who, brother? The descendants of so-called Adam and Eve, who were not Africans. It started off way back then, 6,000, 7,000 years ago, when these disobedient, rebellious, murderous, violent people came on the scene. These people who don't look like us, and like Michael Jackson said so clearly, people who don't even care about us. You see the picture right here? You got the Chubabs. The Chubabs, or the Neanderthal Caucasoids. All right? They got the arrow right here, and they're getting the bullseye right there. What color is that bullseye? Could have been any other color, but they got the, well, I'll put that there. I'm trying to make a point. All right? Now, once again, once this Adam's family came on the scene 6,000 to 7,000 years ago, they began producing and populating the land. Excuse me, brothers and sisters. Let me deal with this. Okay? I'm sorry, y'all. When they came on the scene, started reproducing and populating the land, everything they touched was poisoned, polluted, dominated, oppressed, destroyed, and killed. When they put their hands on African people, when they came into the African land posing as friends, what did they do? They gave us the Bible, they gave us prayer, and by the time we got off our knees, we had the Bible, and we was able to pray, but they took the land and stole the people. The same thing they did with the Native Americans. These Europeans are not native to America. They're not native nowhere or anywhere. They came, they stole this land. And they came posing as friends, right? And what did they do? They wanted to take their land. So they gave them poison blankets with smallpox in it. They dismembered their bodies, raped their women, stole their land. Everything they put their hands on, they dominated it, they destroyed it, they killed it, they polluted it. I'm not being mean. I'm teaching history. That's why they're so against the critical race theory in the schools. Because it deals with this, the atrocities that European people heaped on, I'm using the right terminology, heaped on the heads of African people and Native American people and everybody they came into contact with. Now look at his. I said they poison everything. They put their hands on. Right here, you see the water. Top right. Water, filthy water, toxic water. We're dying drinking water. Look at Flint, Michigan. They're giving billions of dollars to Ukrainian. They're giving billions of dollars to these other race groups, but they still have not fixed the water situation in Flint, Michigan, where we live, black folks live. And there's other places where there's water, polluted water conditions, toxic water conditions. Everything they put their hand on, they pollute. Look at right here, the picture on my left. They pollute the land. They pollute, and you see back here, you see the smoke? They pollute in the air. You call this environmental racism. Check this out. Everywhere you go, where's poor black people, there's waste dumps, garbage dumps, toxic waste dumps. There's factories, smoke coming out the chimneys. There's truck depots where trucks come and go, toting oil, and all the smoke is coming back and forth. Everywhere you go, this is called environmental racism. Where I live at right now, They got a daggone oil refinery right down the street. You can smell this BS coming through the window in the summertime. And these trains, right? Thousands and thousands, miles and miles and miles and miles long, coming in, filling up and going out. Do they ever test the water? I don't drink the water here. Do they ever test the water? Do they ever test the air? Everything they touch, they pollute and they dominate, they destroy and they kill and they poison. Look at the food here. On the bottom, my bottom right, in the black community. Oh, I don't live in the black community, but Negro, you used to. So can you be able to get out? Don't think that you ain't one part of us, because you can have a big house, a nice education, a whole bunch of money, and a beautiful business, a great job, all these beautiful things. But check it out. In their eye, you still a nigga. You can't bleach your skin away to get rid of that. You can't dress up like them to get rid of it. You can't start talking like them, walking like them to get rid of it. You can't move out of the neighborhood and go there and get rid of it. No. It's a mark. It's a target that we was born with. Did God give us our black skin as a mark or a target? Let me slow down. No. We're not black because we're cursed. We're black because we're first. So the worst food in the black community. You don't see this garbage, these sweets all in the daggone neighborhood, and all these packs of oodles and noodles and sugary drinks in the neighborhood. You go to the grocery store in the hood, they have the worst food, the worst meat, the worst withering vegetables with pesticides all over it. And you're paying top dollar for it. This is real talk, brothers and sisters. I'm not making this up. The worst foods, once they put their hand on it, and we depend on them to feed us because we have nothing of our own. Are you hearing me, brothers and sisters? Now look at this situation here. Let me go back a little bit. I think I erased something, but there's another thing. Let me share this that they have done. They have targeted and they have marked. And everything they put their hand on, they destroy, is our economics, our finances. They know that $2 trillion a year bounce through the hands of black people. According to statistics, if we was a country, we would be the 8th richest country in the world. I think it's 90-something countries. The money that goes through black hands, it's not we don't have money, we just mismanage our money. So they know that, they have the money. We have to find a way to target them, mark them, and plunder their money. Now check out the statistics, and this is old statistics. It might be higher now. Apparel products and services, black folks spend $26.9 billion a year. Alcohol beverages, we spend $2.8 billion a year. Non-alcohol beverages, sodas and all that garbage, we spend $3.1 billion a year. On books, only $289 million. See how low that is? See how low that is? If you want to hide something positive from a black person, put in the damn book. They ain't buying them. They say cars and trucks, new and used. Black folks spend $31.5 billion a year on. I'm not going to read all of this stuff. There's some of them. Consumer electronics. Black folks spend $4.5 billion a year. Entertainment and just doing me and leisure time, hanging out. Spend $2.8 billion a year. Buying gifts on these holidays, these holidays that are made up and invented. We out there going to celebrate these holidays and the ones who created these fake, fictitious holidays. We spent $3.5 billion a year. All right? Media. For media, some of you got $200 bills for cable TV. You're watching the same old channels over and over and over again. 6, 7 of the same channels. You don't catch it. and you paying $150 to $200 or even more a month. Black folks spend $8.3 billion a year on media, personal care products, $6.6 billion, sports and entertainment. Everybody, this is my team. This is my team. I'm going to get me a jersey. Let me go watch the game. Let me go see the game. Let me go to the stadium. Okay, we spend $1.0 billion a year. Telephone services. Whoa, we got our babies doing this now. 1 year old. You take it from them, they have a fit. They'll curse you out. I've seen videos like that. Okay, we spend what? These are old statistics. $17.2 billion a year on telephones, tobacco products, smoking supplies, $3.1 billion, toys and games, and pets, $2.4 billion. We've been marked, we've been targeted. And now we're being financially and economically destroyed because we allowed them, they got their hands on us. Are you hearing me, brothers and sisters? This is a capitalistic society. And the only way that they can maintain their power and their control over us is to strip us of our economics, strip us of our finances, and keep us in debt. You got a lot of stuff in your house you don't even need. 2 of the same thing, 3 of the same thing, 3 televisions, 1 in each room. Clothes, you got the same clothes, different color, same sneakers, different color, same shoes, but different color, same pants, suits, but different colors. That don't make no damn sense. Are you hearing me, brothers and sisters? I know I keep saying that. Are you with me? Hallelujah, you with me? We almost getting there. Targeted. We talk about being targeted. Cain killed his brother, and God put a mark on him to let everybody know, don't you touch this man. If you touch him, you're going to suffer 7 times worse than he is. But we, born with ours, our birthmark, we have no protection, according to the story. According to society. We have no protection. We've been marked and targeted for death. Look in our communities. It's controlled by who? Other races. Yes, and a lot of the ones who look like us is just as violent and as brutal towards their own people as white folk is. They're supposed to come in. It says they're supposed to come and serve and protect. But they come in with, you ever see the uniforms they have on, the equipment they have? They come in as paramilitary, SWAT teams, militias, wearing tactical gear. That lets you know right there why they're there. To maim and to kill us. Don't take a rocket scientist to see that. In government, somebody might say, well, black folks killing each other. See, they got you twisted. They got you daggone fools. They always have a way to get your mind off of the real thing and put your mind on something else. Well, what about black on black crime? Well, did you know that every group who lives together, right, they kill each other? Like Asians, they live together. Asians are killing Asians. White folks, they live together. Whites are killing whites. Mexicans live together. Mexicans are killing Mexicans. This don't show that. Blacks live together. Blacks kill blacks. They only want to highlight black death as if it's not going on with these other race groups. That's the trick. But no, I'm not making no excuses for it, right? There's a lot of our people are crazy as hell. And those of people who go out there killing people who look like them or hurting, harming, robbing people, I wish they burn in hell. I don't have the power to put nobody there, but they deserve that. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, a limb for a limb. But the government deliberately, purposely flooded the black community with weapons of mass destruction so that ignorant black people will kill each other. Yes. Not by accident, by design. We got no gun manufacturing companies or warehouses out in our community. They come from somewhere, and the weaponry that's coming in is more powerful than the police officers have. It's daggone military grade weapons. Where do you think that's coming from? We ain't got no boats to bring it over here. It's being dropped in our community in unprecedented numbers. Dead black people. Look at the pictures here. When it comes to killing our own, police brutality don't need your help, or police officers don't need your help. Those rogue police officers or other people who are anti-black and anti-African don't need your help. They're doing a great job by themselves. They don't need you to help them. Here, this guy right here beating the brother half to death. You see him right here? There's a black brother right here begging for his life. And here we are killing ourselves, killing each other. Rogue cops killing each other, killing ourselves. What about the killing in, let me check out the trick here. What about the killing in Buffalo? I think was it Buffalo? Was it Buffalo, Boston? Or Buffalo? 10 to 11, I think black people was killed. They covered that story for a day or two. Now the big story is what happened in Texas. That's the trick. To take your mind off of what's really happening with us. Don't ever take your mind off of what's happening with our people. Because in their mind, out of sight, out of mind. So here goes Sleepy Joe and his wife going to Buffalo. I think it's Buffalo, right? And no, sorry, Texas. Going to Texas and we're going to have police reform. We're going to do something about this. We're going to do this and that. Did he go visit Buffalo? Did they have the same energy for those black folks that died in Buffalo? I think it's Buffalo, right? Yeah. Did they have the same energy, same drive, same enthusiasm? No, you forgot about them. We don't even think about them. It's Texas now. It's a vicious cycle. See this picture on my right? All the way to my right? A vicious cycle. But these punks don't have no heart when it comes to somebody who don't look like them. The open enemy, when they come in and do the things they do to us, you don't got no smoke for them. You ain't got no fire for them. But when you look at when they look like you, I'll kill you, nigga. I'll kill you, bitch. I'll kill you and your children. And guess what? They're doing it. They're doing it. My brothers and sisters, we said this mark on us, our skin color, is also a target. May anybody at will come at us, do whatever they want to do. And they say it's justifiable homicide. The government did not pass the George Floyd crime bill. You know why? Because we don't mean crap to them. But they give it to the Asians. 8 Asians got killed by a white boy. 8. They gave them $50 million and also a crime bill. So if you say anything wrong or disrespect the Asian, your behind is under the jail. But a white boy killed 8. But they act like black folks killed them. As if black folks is against Asian. If that was true, why all these Asian stores in the black community if we were so violent towards Asians? It's a trick. It's a goddamn trick. Our mental is marked and targeted because of our skin. Our mental, psyche. Because they know that if you control the mind, you control the person, or you control the people. There's this word called menticide. Menticide. And it's defined as the deliberate destruction of the mind. The deliberate destruction of the mind, menticide. They use miseducational system. They use religion. They use media. They use video games, cell phones, social media to kill the black psyche, to kill the black mind. Because we've been marked and now we're targeted for death. I'm coming to my close. Yes, sir. Facts over feelings. Damn it. So now, what's the solution, brother? Let me just share it like this. This is my last video. Slide. It is clear. It is evident. It does not take a rocket scientist to see this. I don't take the white scales from your eyes where you don't want to see nothing. Everything is fine. Everything is better than it used to be. I got white friends, Becky's and Tim's and Johnny's and Billy's and Bob's. Everything is fine. It's just those Negroes in the community, in the bad neighborhoods. No. It is clear. It is evident that our people are being targeted and marked for death and destruction. No matter who you are, no matter where you go in this world, we are marked for death and targeted for destruction. Everywhere. And because we have that mark, brothers and sisters, that mark cannot be erased. We cannot, like the police officers, they call themselves the blue team. You know what I'm saying? Blue stick together. All right? The blue. But guess what? They can go home and take that daggone uniform off. We can't do that. I'm not saying that the enemy or the creator does not have our best interest in mind, because he or she does have our best interest in mind. And I believe in my heart. I don't know if I'm going to be on this earth or not, but I see it already coming. Because this world called America, this nation, is going down like the Titanic real fast. It's going to hell real fast in the handbasket, how old folks used to say. No one who mistreated us and did those things to us will be left unpunished. And I believe that. God did not mark us with this color so we could be targets for anti-white, anti-black, anti-African people. No, that wasn't God's doing. That was man's sickness. You can't legislate racism and white supremacy away. Go make a law. You can't legislate that crap. It's a sickness. It's a mental illness that has been around since Adam and Eve came on the scene 6,000 to 7,000 years ago, when these disobedient, violent, murderous, disrespecters of God came on the scene. That's what the Adam and Eve story is about, y'all. Keep that in mind. God has our back. I know sometimes it look like we left out there unprotected. No, God protects us from dangers seen and unseen. I know what I'm talking about, and I believe a lot of you know what I'm talking about too. He will protect you, or she will protect you from dangers seen and unseen. But as a people, we have to get out of this, y'all. As a people, get out of this religious mindset. I didn't say spiritual mindset, religious mindset. We as a people are going to have to defend and protect ourselves, defend and protect our families from anybody. I don't care who they are, from anybody who wants to bring harm to us and think that we are easy targets. I'm not just saying a white man. I'm not just saying a Jew or an Arab or a Chinese. No, anybody who feels that we are an easy target. Anybody who wants to bring harm upon us, we need to defend ourselves by any means necessary. Protect ourselves. We have to stay alert, brothers and sisters. Stay aware. Stay observant. Stay on point. We'll check it out. When we do that, we can spare our own lives. We can protect our own lives. We're the most unprotected people on this earth. It's not by God's doing. Are you hearing me? It's by the doings of those who don't look like us. White supremacy, racism, and you name it, it's a part of this. according to scripture. I'm going to end with this. That's why we have to, by any means necessary, we have to stay alert, y'all. We have to be aware. We have to be observant. Stay on point. Everywhere you go, don't care who you're around. Friends, family, or foe. I'm not saying being paranoid, but you got to be on point. Scripture says the thief comes but to steal, to kill, and to destroy. Not to patty cake, not to have dinner with you, not to go on vacations with you, not to treat you right, but to steal, to kill, and destroy. We have to be able to recognize the enemy. And let me tell you something. A lot of the time, the enemy is not a stranger. It's somebody you let get close to you in your family. I'm just saying. Stay on point. Stay on point. My sisters, let me share with this, okay? Let me tell you something. You're the most unprotected women. The brothers are on the damn street. They didn't be locked up in jail, purposely done. Okay, it's deliberate. Okay, now let the family, the woman and the children unprotected. Black woman, you got to learn to protect yourself. When you're in your house by yourself, you're a single mother, you have to have some kind of weaponry. And I'm not telling you what, to be able to, in case somebody try to invade your space, invade your house, take advantage of you and your children. You have to be able to have the heart to protect yourself. I'm not saying if you have a bad temper, you are angry all the time, you got no self-control, I ain't talking to you because you're dangerous. I'm talking about someone who's level-headed. You got to protect yourself. Brothers, you got a family, you live by yourself. You okay? You don't walk around, hey, I'm going to pray that God, I'm going to just throw some Bible verses at somebody. No. You have to have something. A Louisville slugger. A daggone, I don't want to say nothing, get cut off. But you know what I'm talking about, something. Get a can of mace. And sister, stop going to your car when you leave the store and you're not paying attention. People snatching people up. Got a car parked to your car, next to your car, a van parked to you, you up there looking at your phone, or you fumbling through your pocketbook trying to get your keys, somebody snatch you right in the van, nobody see you. Get a can of mace. Have it in, don't have no keychain. Don't have it on no keychain. When you come out of the store or anywhere else, the building, have it in your hand ready to fire it. We're marked and targeted with death and destruction. It's time. Not be afraid to protect yourself by any means necessary. I'm not saying don't call the law. You do that too. But when you cannot call the law, and it is a situation, life or death, if you can't run, if you can't talk your way out of it, I believe in self-defense. I believe in self-defense. I may lose a fight. I might get seriously hurt in the fight. But I hope to God, you know what I'm saying, that person know, or whoever it is, know that they was in the fight. Am I advocating violence? No. I'm just stressing, protect yourself as God covers you. Ashe? My brothers and sisters, that's what I have right now. And teach your children to do the same. Don't start no crap. They can walk away, teach them how to walk away. They can run, teach them how to run. They could talk themselves out of a situation, let them talk themselves out of a situation. But when their life is on the line, there's some great harm and danger. It's on. What other choice you have? And I hope to God that nothing like that happens to any of us or our family. This is my study on tonight. I hope you got something out of it. And let me see if I can come up out of this. All right. And let me see something here. Come up out of this. All right. Okay, brothers and sisters, that's what I have tonight. And I pray that you have a great night. My assignment is up. And I ask that you continue to share our platform, continue to support us financially. Something beats a zero. Not to be on a Sunday, or it could be on a Wednesday. It could be on a Wednesday, or it could be on a Sunday. It ain't like we getting a whole bunch on Sunday, not on Wednesday, a lot on Wednesday, not on Sunday. No, it's just across the board. We need your help. We need your help. All right. I have put up, well, those of you who've been on, you know the information. The information been going past this for the last hour. Okay. So anybody who have a desire to help us out, please do so. Much love and respect, kings and queens. Ashe, power to the people. Amandla, power to the people. Black power. Ashe.